the Denver Broncos. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now on the return, Brendan Langley. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. First and 10, Rudolph escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and now it's second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Here's Rudolph, eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Edwards in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Out of the gun, Rudolph forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. A first carry for the rookie, Nick Chubb. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They go with Chubb on second down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Carr now on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. First carry now for cLoWninAtWilL100's. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. In for the score. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards on the play. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Carr now to throw. Roberts with it over the middle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Carr now 8 of 8 throwing the football in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
6:37.
From the gun, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board. But give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now running right through it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play. But if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Gun!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Darian Conley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick-6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. And Denver getting set to take the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rudolph. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Marquette King now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Roberts. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw, it's Carr. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. On 1st down, Carr over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Rudolph. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Rudolph steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, finding room at the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Get set, get set.
A toss play to Chubb. That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Carr. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Carr. Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jordy Nelson as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. So we've reached halftime here. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Carr. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Raiders on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Carr. He completes it to Bryant. A Raider first down, 17 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Gates with a grab. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. 319.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Go. Get 6-18.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Detroit!
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He goes underneath to Freeman. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Denver has the 1st down. The play going for 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rudolph looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing.
Now it's Rudolph. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4.
Go, go. Get set, get set. Hey, we got 4 down. Ready?
Right back to him on first down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A give. This is Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the gun now on third down, Carr dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it. Freeman. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Devontae Freeman is shifting. This doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Play action. Now it's Carr. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Forced out to his left. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Carr going to throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Carr going option right. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And back at the beginning of the year, they said they thought they could win 10 games. That's such a good number to shoot for. They achieved that here.
And why is that such a good number to shoot for? 10 usually gets you into the playoffs. An excellent goal, and they accomplished it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.